How does a team lose and still stay alive? How can a nation sit in that place and still dream of reaching the next round? And why are football fans all over the world suddenly talking about goal difference, that place rankings, and qualification scenarios?
Wow. Yeah, Senegal.
Of course.
Yes.
It's going to be Senegal or Morocco. We have some chance.
Morocco, you have a best team. You can win the World Cup with Senegal.
Woo.
Morocco or Senegal?
Well, welcome to the new World Cup, a tournament where one victory can change everything. One defeat doesn't always end the dream, and where sometimes the difference between going home and making history is a single goal. Welcome to this special episode of Fields of Fame. I'm your host, the African Dissector, and today we're breaking down exactly how the new 48-team World Cup works, using Côte d'Ivoire's dramatic journey as our example. Because after beating Ecuador and leading Germany for the first 1 hour before the devastating heartbreak late in the game, the biggest question remains: is the dream still alive? Before we talk about qualification, that place rankings, and goal difference, let's talk about Côte d'Ivoire, because that's where this story begins. Coming into this World Cup, the Elephants carried more than just their own expectations. They carried the hopes of a football-loving nation, and perhaps even a continent that continues to dream of seeing an African team go deeper than ever before on the football's biggest stage. The journey started against Ecuador, a difficult opponent at sea, a team determined to make its own statement. But Côte d'Ivoire rose to the occasion. They played with courage, discipline, and belief. And when the final whistle blew, the Elephants had secured a massive victory. 3 points, the perfect start, the kind of result that makes fans begin to dream, not cautiously, but boldly.
We beat France in friendly, so nobody can beat us right now. Germany is next.
Then came Germany, one of the world's football's giants, a nation with a rich football history, a team that knows what it takes to win on the biggest stage. And surprisingly, Côte d'Ivoire didn't just compete, they impressed. They attacked, they created chances, and most importantly, they scored fast. For over an hour, the Elephants were leading Germany. Think about that. Millions across Africa were beginning to imagine something special. A famous victory, a statement to the football world, a result that could shake the entire group. But football can be cruel. The chances that could have made it 2-0 were missed. Germany grew stronger. The pressure increased. The equalizer came, and just when it looked like the match would end level, hat-trick. A late winner, 2-1 Germany. The celebrations disappeared, the dream took a hit, and suddenly the questions began. Are Côte d'Ivoire out? Has the defeat ended their World Cup, or is there still hope?
Aujourd'hui là, ils ont bien joué, ils ont très bien joué, on était tous contents, on était tous fiers, mais bon, c'est le score final qui compte, donc voilà. Mais on espère se rattraper au prochain match. Découragement n'est pas ivoirien.
Despite the heartbreak, the defeat, despite sitting below Germany in the standings, Côte d'Ivoire's World Cup dream is still alive. To understand why, we need to understand how this new World Cup actually works. For the first time in history, 48 nations are in the race for football's greatest prize. Not 32, not 36, 48. From every continent, from every footballing story, all in one tournament. And for the first time ever, this World Cup is being hosted by 3 countries at once: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Think about what that means. A tournament that no longer belongs to one nation or even one region. It belongs to an entire continent. 104 matches, 16 host cities, 3 in Canada, 3 in Mexico, and 11 across the United States, from Vancouver to Mexico City to Miami to Seattle. A tournament spread across thousands of kilometers, but operating as one system. Now it's no longer a simple group stage into knockout. It becomes a structure designed for one thing: survival under pressure. The 48 teams are split into 12 groups. Each group has 4 teams. Each team plays 3 matches, one against every opponent. No second chances inside the group. Win, draw, lose. Everything matters. But this is where the psychology of the tournament shifts completely, because now it's not just about finishing first, it's about surviving. At the end of the group stage, the top 2 teams in each group qualify automatically. That gives you 24 teams, right? But the knockout stage needs 32. So FIFA adds another layer. The best 8 third-placed teams also qualify. And that changes everything, because suddenly finishing third is no longer failure. It can still be survived. That creates a second invisible tournament inside the main tournament across all the 12 groups. Third-placed teams are ranked against each other, competing without ever meeting, fighting opponents in other groups. Let's put it this way so you can understand. You fail an exam, but still pass because someone else failed worse. That is World Cup third place for you. And from that moment, football becomes math as much as it is sport. A 1-0 loss is no longer just a loss. A 3-0 win is no longer just dominance. A late goal can decide your entire tournament life. Coaches are no longer just managing matches. They are managing numbers, goal difference, points, rankings across groups. Everything is connected, and then the group stage ends. Everything collapses into the familiar shape you know. 32 teams, 1 game at a time. No recovery, no excuses, no chance for error. Because from this point, every match is do or die. You win, you move forward. You lose, you go home. No second leg, no aggregate. No, we'll fix that in next game. It's just 90 minutes, maybe 120, or even maybe penalties to decide an entire nation's fate. Everything a nation has built reduced to a single strike. Which African team do you think will go through? Drop your predictions in the comments, because at this point, even the group table is confused. Tunisia is already out. 2 losses, 5-1 to Sweden and 4-0 to Japan. And just like that, the calculator is officially unemployed. But for the rest of Africa, everything is still open. Messy, unpredictable, and honestly, bit stressful to watch, because in this new World Cup, fans are no longer just watching football. They are also refreshing tables like stock traders during a crash. 1 goal changes everything. 1 result flips the whole group, and 1 late goal can turn celebrations in one country into silence in another. So tell me in the comments, who do you think survives this chaos and who gets sent packing early? Let's see who actually understands the system and who is just here for the vibes. I'm your host, the African Dissector. Stay hungry, and I'll see you in the next one.